Hey, I'm Kev, and welcome to Monster Energy AMA Supercross FIM World Championship, the official video game. That's a nifty intro. As welcome to the newest game by Milestone, who have in recent years made the MXGP games, have made the MotoGP games as well. They do like their bikes, they also have the Ride series as well, and they like their off-road stuff. They've got gravel coming out in a couple of weeks time. You know, their off-road racer on four wheels. They've also made the WRC games as well in the past, and Sebastian Rally Evo, so they're very experienced at off-road racing, at just racing games in general. But this is their new effort covering the Supercross series in America, the stadium kind of motorbike series over purpose-made, man-made dirt tracks, and with lots of excitement, very tight confined, very exciting racing with a stadium atmosphere, you know, with lots of theatrics, with loads of fireworks going off all the time. It's just a fantastic event to watch, and so let's see how we do playing it. As we have got Ryan Dynanger, I believe is retired. He was the champion in 2017, which this game covers. It covers the last season. The 2018 season began in January, runs till I think it's May, and so they're almost halfway through their season actually. But yeah, they're covering last season. That's why you're seeing the ex-champ here on the KTM on the title screen. There's also be a couple of riders missing, like Eli Tomic on the Kawasaki as well. But we were playing career mode. You can single event, you can time attack, you can do a championship. We're interested in career mode, where you have to create a custom rider. It's good to see that we actually have to kind of wait to create the custom rider. Normally in the past you'd have to go in there and create your custom rider immediately. At least you can test out all the game modes, including multiplayer, before you have to do this. So I'm going to do this. Let's go and name our rider. And that may be a familiar name to some of you, as of course he's been my rider in MXGP3. He's won the MXGP championships. Now he's going across the pond and riding in the Supercross series, a bit like we see with Ken Roxon as well, the German who's won multiple titles in AMA. Same with Marvin Musquet, the Frenchman who won in MX2, and then he's come across and has won in 250s over here and is riding in the 450 class. So let's put the nickname, let's get the Hammer nickname on there on the back. And let's choose a style. How many different styles? Only 5. Are you kidding, Milestone? Stop with this. Why do you limit the styles so much? At least you have so many different colours to choose from. You've got dark red too. White. Should we do... I like blue. Blue's my favourite colour. Let's go with light blue. And then number. Can we just type it in? We can't just type it in. That's wonderful. Once again, we only got 5 styles in this like. Let's go with style 2. And this is light blue as well. And then just choose a random number, and it's like, this may take a while. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Now you may be going, why have you chosen 621? Well, one of my favourite numbers is 23 because of Michael Jordan and the Bulls, and 27 as well. 4 times in the getter you make 621, so that's why we've chosen that. And then A, got USA World. Now I had him from Macau, but unfortunately you can't choose Macau. You've got terrible options, but loads of European countries to choose from. No. As what about South and Central America? You can choose quite a few countries. In USA you can choose all the different states in looks like. So let's make Kev Hillman a bit American. He's been over here a couple of years, from Massachusetts, because that's what I support as well, with like all of the sports, you know, Boston Celtics, well, Chicago Bulls, but then Boston Celtics my second team with another kind of rivals. I know it doesn't make sense, but then like the Boston Red Sox, New England Patriots especially, you know, the Boston Bruins as well. Those are my teams in American sports. If I followed all of them, at least I don't really follow hockey, but the other 3 I definitely do. So What is he going to look like? He's not going to look that hideous. What the heck? I think it's just some of the shading, some of the lighting makes them look a bit weird. Let's just go with typical Asian guy. Height. Yeah, 6 foot. Let's confirm. Now we can choose the Honda, Husqvarna, KTM, Kawasaki, Suzuki or Yamaha. I'm normally partial to the old Kawasaki. Let's go with it. Yes, I do. So we can choose the Rhino 250 East or West. Well, being from Massachusetts, it has to be East. And this is the Rider Hub. Relive the official AMA Supercross Championship with a custom rider. Show what you're worth in the 250 SX Class East-West and aim for the title 450 SX Class Champion. Check out social feeds to be constantly updated on your career progress. Sponsored Jets, this reaction of fans and the trend. The current championship. That's a nice little addition in the bottom left. It's a bit better than the social feed in the MXGP games at least. It's a bit more like what we saw in the early MotoGP games with the old fake Twitter down the side. But you can see, lots of people supporting the hammer. Let's try to start the championship by reaching position 15. And they start the dance. Good luck to Kev Hillman for his debut season here. Definitely need it, I think. Let's check out the race options. So we can choose one shot, semi-pro, or the wheel thing. I think we'll choose semi-pro for the time being. We do the qualifying and the main event, and then race them. But we don't really have the time to do kind of long races, so it'll probably have to be medium race. That's what we'll do. An AI difficulty, not good enough for this. That's what I had on the MXGP games, having it at the top. But let's start with hard, and then we'll get the hang of this, move it up to realistic. Then physics, gonna have that on normal. Joint brakes off. Rider 8 manual, transmission manual, and rewind off. And let's check out the sponsors. So we've got Nut Up as our sponsor. Select a sponsor, unlock new ones, increasing your prestige level. Sponsor will give you extra rewards if you achieve their objectives. So we've also got Moto stuff. And we've got Rocky Mountain ATV. I'm not sure about that though, that's too plain. Moto stuff's pretty good, Nut Up's even better though. Then custom bikes, you can customise your bike. Got different configurations as well. You can customise your ride as well with different outfits. Looks like we can't do that at the moment. So let's just go to our first race found the US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
The spectacular new US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota will host today's Monster Energy AMA Supercross, an FIM World Championship.
So let's see what we can do then. Bike setup, what can we do? We can do the preload for front and rear. Do spring stiffness, compression dampening, rebound dampening, and the gears. Gears is probably the thing I understand the most. Everything else I really do not understand. Increased dampening make the bike more reactive, less stable. On the contrary, less dampening means less reactive and more stable. Track irregularities, because which would be diminished by working on the bikes. Let's just keep it a neutral. Preload is basically ride height, it looks like. Short absorbers. And then dampening, as we have already explained. So let's see what we can do in qualifying. 20 minutes. And here we go. For the first time, Kev Hillman riding in America and not having a good start. Over the massive jumps, and you've got the set of 3 jumps. Going with the rear slightly. And then you've got these hairpin turns where you've got to basically use the rear brakes to help get around them. But you're seeing with Supercross, much more about rhythm, about the flow around these tracks. In say MXGP with more wide open cracks, more natural terrain. These have got loads of jumps, just being a massive challenge for these riders. As we're already getting hit. As we've got Dylan Fernandez. I recognise that name from XGP, Frenchman. I probably won't recognise many names in the 250 class. I'm mainly recognising from the 450 with like the likes of Chad Reed, who he did follow in the mid-thousands. Incredibly still riding in his mid-30s. The likes of Ricky Carmichael, James Stewart, Ryan Vinipolo, and Ryan Dungey have all gone by the race side. He's still going, is the Australian. Yeah, he's definitely the rider that I most recognise. So there's Marvin Muskin, Frenchman, teammate of Dungey on the KTM. And the Frenchman, he's won the MX2 championship a couple of times in Europe before coming over to America, winning 250 class. Actually, this 250 championship, I think, he won the East. Before stepping up to the 450s. It's all going a bit wide. Just going to spend a few laps here, just getting used to what we have to do in this circuit. Let's go set of mounds. Definitely can't hammer the accelerator like I could in a mixed GP and get away with it. So I'm trying to use the mounds here, but not really working as well. Let's look at that with 3.5 seconds off the pace. Let's see if we can get a good lap together. And there's also Ken Roxon. He's also won an X2 in Europe and then came over and has won 450s over here and 250s in Supercross and Motocross, I believe. It's definitely one of the title favourites as well in the post-Dungey era. You've got Eli Tumak as well, the American. He's not in the game in the Kawasaki. He's been a top ride and just lost the title in this season to Dungey, one of the classic scenes, by just 5 points. Maybe got to go with a shorter gear ratio here. I think it's actually keeping up with someone. Oh, and then we go a bit wide. And then we fall. So we're still 3.5 seconds back. Just definitely do want to gun it over Southern Jumps again and see how tight these tracks are. Even on a motorbike, yeah, he's still got space for maybe 3 wide, but into the lines and the corners, you perhaps don't have that luxury of the lines that wide. I'd be interested to see how rutting and everything works. Maybe not in this short setting, but in the longer races, if we do one of those on realistic weekend layout, see how that works out. Because it was pretty good in MXGP3. Maybe with a year's worth more experience under the belt of the Unreal Engine, it'd be even better for Milestone in this game. You know, as I said, different environment in Supercross compared to Motocross. You know, machinery is pretty similar, riders are as well. So we go 102. We're getting there. So definitely much better over that first section. It's all a bit wide. It's maybe hammering the throttle a bit too much. We're battling with someone on our qualifying effort. So then we go wide, clip the rear end, and we're down. And hopefully Hillman can race after that. We're definitely getting to the rhythm around this track. Just to say that, we fly into... The ragdoll's a bit aggressive, I would say. It's like GTA. So are the other riders. They don't really notice you're there, it feels like, already. So we'll go get it down to first gear. Get up to 5th and down to 2nd. Oh, there goes Hanu. Stacking it. And they see that again, they just tap in the rear end. Even though we are obviously right in front of them. I know it can be tight and twisty in Supercross, but at least I know that other riders there most of the time. From what little I've seen of Supercross, there's mostly from the thousands. Just watching highlights, classic battles. So we go over these jumps. This is better. Use that bank in. Have a good run. As most of these stadiums I actually know from like American football rather than for Supercross. Like this Minneapolis stadium, now the home of the Minnesota Vikings. They're one of the top teams in the NFL in the past season. Let's go 101.4 with 1.4 off. And this time we need to break the minute barrier if we want to be right up there. So we're trying to use the bank in, but again landing sideways. Definitely not that good so far. But this will be the last lap of torture you see from me in qualifying. Let's look at that, just fallen way backwards. We've lost like 3 seconds to the rider who were alongside at the start of this lap. And there we go.
Well, that will end this 250 qualifying session. Here's a look at the results. The starting lineups are now set for the heat races. Those are about to begin next.
So you got Zach Osborne at the top, who I believe did win the 250 SX East Championship in 2017. And then we've got Kawasaki in second, Jordan Smith in third, Alex Martin fifth. There's Dan Fernandez in sixth on the Yamaha. We've got Cameron McAdoo in ninth, RJ Hampshire in 10th. And there we are, way at the back. So we're not earning many credits, many rewards. Our prestige will not be going through the roof of that qualifying session. Let's see if it will in the race. So we go get a good bonus. And we might actually make it to level 4. There we go. Let's unlock the track editor. Oh yes, I will give that some good fun. And we are nowhere near achieving any of these yet.
The mechanics are giving their riders a last bit of encouragement. A fresh set of goggles are now in place. The engines are set to come to life, and we are ready for another round of Monster Energy AMA Supercross, an FIM World Championship. Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Shaheen. Welcome to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This should be a spectacular battle for the win. Here we go. Time for the main event. He has the speed and the style that makes him a fan favorite. The 30-second board is up. Keep an eye on the gate. It's about to drop.
So here we are, revving it up. Love the presentation in this game as we get underway for this 10-minute race. So we're right at the back, and look at this, everything's going everywhere at the start. And Hillman is somehow not last, but he's been punted. I told you, AI are with Dixit aggressive and been reset over here. Why? And there we go, into the dirt. Has got Zach Osborne at the back. Not a good time for the pole man. We've got Chase Stevenson in front. Alex Martin in 18th. Order's all messed up in this opening lap. So you go whip the bike out of these corners. Get that momentum up. Look at that. Look at the leaders already way ahead. This may be a very dull debut for Kev Hillman. As he do have one rider in vicinity. That's about it. He's a bit off the back. That is Stephen Christensen. So we're a bit all over the place. Down the boundaries. Look at him all over the strop. Look at this in the middle of the track. How do you expect me to go forward? Who's there? That's all. It looks like Stevenson had an issue. Sorry, right in his tail. It's way too much speed. Is that hairpin? To go into the mounds. That's a bit better into the last corner. 102.1. That's right up there with our best times, but still like 7 seconds off the pace. Got to be much better. So we are gaining. We might not finish last. Hillman. Look at that, he's going elbow to elbow and he's not. He's up the 21st. One achievement. Now he's got Chase Stevenson just in front. Once again, carrying way too much speed into that right-hander. Let's get out of the way, Christian Stevenson. Or Stephen Christensen. May have got his name the wrong way around. There's all couple riders having issues in front. Punts us right over the final corner. Thanks for that. That's a minute that's on it. That's definitely our best so far. Getting close to breaking that minute barrier. We're definitely better in race trim than in qualifying trim. My God. I'm just getting used to the controls and how we have to ride this bike as well. That's much better over those jumps. And into this set amount. Look at how we're flying. Into those. No. Don't know how we saved that with a nice pirouette. That's almost into the back of Christensen again. Since we've fallen behind, we're just getting into issues. We need to get ahead of him. He's just in our way everywhere we want to go. So these got a massive lead. Bloody hell. To go into the inside in the final corner, but he's going to get a switch back. To go into the left hand. Here we go, Hillman down the inside. As the hammer finally cleared Christensen. And now can chase down Traffis in front. He's at the back of this lower midfield group. We've got Chase Sexton in 18th. And Chase Stevenson in 19th. That's much better. Good run into the little straight. And oh, we've stacked it into the barriers. And once again behind Christensen. God's sake. He's like a rash. Just won't go away. As we're over halfway through this race. We're still battling for last. Is Hillman? Oh, there he goes. Stephen Christensen. May have a headache after this race. As you can see, we're some way behind that midfield pack. We can get a good run together. 3.1 behind, it says. But look at this. Everyone's been slowed down in it. It's like... It's got a good run. It's Hillman at the start of this lap. Up to 20th. That may be points paying position, if I remember correctly, as goes wide, got pushed wide. Come on. Got to grow some muscle, Hillman. Can't know how that's happened. He's definitely one of the more aggressive riders in MXGP. As there's, again, some of the boundary just covering the middle of the track. It is absolute madness. But you can see why this is in talk, say why so many people watch this, that's not how to end that. But there goes bloody Christensen again. Get out of the way. Finally caught up the people, then the boundary get in the way. We've fallen back to last. In no way trying to use shortcuts. Do not know why you're shaking your head at me. There we go. Normally good over this run. Once again, the milestone thing of maybe having a good set of mounts means you're going to be jumping ahead of people, which is a bit disappointing. But I haven't bothered to fix that. Let's get out of here, Christensen. That's it. Chase Sexton's been slowed down in front. So can't take that final corner how we like. Once again sliding wide. And around a minute that time. He's got 2.5 minutes to go. Almost 3/4 through this race. And oh! There goes Chase Sexton down. Having a little nap. And that hairpin. And so we're up to 20th. I believe that is points. Of course we want to do a bit better than 20th on your debut. Especially the reigning MXGP champion. Being all the way down here. I mean, I know he's going back to 250s, but he's embarrassing himself at the moment. It's Hillman. But he is chasing down Chase Stevenston. There's someone down in front. That's Joey. Someone down in the final corners. Here we go, 3 wide. The hammer has landed, and that's a 57.6. There we go, we're finding speed finally. Only to the end of the bloody main event. We're up into 19th. Let's get out of here, Joey. No one liked your spin-off show from Friends. What are you doing? There we go, getting the hang of it. I know we're flooring the throttle a bit too much at times. But again, that's a milestone thing, as I said. It's what I know and love. So that's a bit wide. Definitely getting ruts as well. In just this 10-minute race, which is pretty cool to see. That's a great run, up to 16th. What the fuck is that over the mount? He's riding one of those coin machines, you know, that maybe put your son and daughter on, just going back and forth. Well, it goes at like 5 miles per hour. That was what the hammer was experiencing over those set of mounts. As this may be the last lap, and that may be 15th. No! What are you doing, Nathan? Get out of here. Been very slow over those set of mounts. As we've got Donald Blazer in front. Got Cameron McAdoo with a bit of a gap around 4 seconds. So it looks like 14th maybe the best we could do, but we're really gaining. That's fine. Oh no! Come on! Of all the things to be solid, you make the boundary. It's got 2 to go. This is a pretty interesting battle though, for these lonely positions. There we go, try and stack it down the inside. We lost around 4 seconds at that. And now look at this, Travis trying to push his way by as we land on sub 1. Good to see that's not gone to Milestone. We can still land on people. As there we go, down to 20th. They seem to be struggling in this section though. That's it, Hillman. Probably should learn how to scrub as well as we go 3 wide again. Go on, up to 17th, up to 16th. Up into the cameraman. Oh, we got pushed wide, come on. Are you kidding? Down to 19th. Get out of here, Travis. There we go, final lap coming up. Hillman looking to not finish last. and not 19th. That would be nice. Just look how massive the gap is. 42.2 seconds behind Chaz, who's got an over 20-second lead. What is going on at the front? That first lap really did shake things up. Let's now get out of the way, Boundary. Come on. As Chaz has already won, by the way. And now you've got Christian Craig in second. Go, go, go. Oh, Hillman, what are you doing on this final lap? Been absolute klutz. There may not even be points. They'd be down in 21st. Come on, bike, steer. What an embarrassing result. What a rubbish debut from Hillman. I only had a rhythm for like a couple of laps.
Race, but the 250 main event is done. Let's take a look at the final results and see where the riders finished.
As we've got Chaz Braddon at the top on his Honda, ahead of Christian Craig. Then the top Yamaha of Mitchell Harrison. There the top Kawasaki of Adam Cararolo. Then Dylan Fernandez on the Yamaha rounds at the top five. There's Zach Osborne. What a recovery after almost being last on that opening lap. Then you've got Jordan Smith, Carl Peters. Then Alex Martin around at the top 10 on his KTM. Looking further back there is Kev Hillman, who did finish in last in the end. God damn it. So in the championship, as you can see, you get 25 points for a win, then 22 and 20, then 18, 16, and then single point increments after the top 5 down to 20. Oh, you do actually get a point. So it doesn't matter where you finish outside the top 20.
That was a race he will try to forget quickly. All you can do is put it behind you, get back out to the practice track, and start preparing for the next race.
As you go, championship results. I don't know why Hillman was so angry at Fernando there. It was his fault. He was so crap that race. As we do get some credit, so definitely did not get the whole shot. Just wanted to get to reach, not quite. Luckily, we're getting good bonuses from how we play the game. With the lack of assists, as I think we're going to make it to level 5, are we? Yes, we are. We're going to make it to level 6. Oh, yes. As we have unlocked some new parts, some new sponsors. So let's check out these sponsors then. As we can go with Affinia, got Parts Unlimited, and VP Race Fuels. That's like Evil Knievel kind of colours, isn't it? Just missing loads of white. Shall we go with Parts Unlimited? Let's go with VP Race Fuels. And then they probably want us to do better yet. Obtain a top 10 finish. After he finished last in his first race, are you sure? Let's just look at the global results. Then in the 450s, as you can see, Dungy leads him from Roxton. Then you got Jason Anderson, Cole Selly. There's Marvin Muskin. There's Chad Reed, still going in 7th. Heather Cooper Webb and Dean Wilson. It's got Malcolm Stewart. Look at all these riders. Lots of non-point scores there. Just no one-off riders. In 250 East, which you've just seen. But in the 250 West, we've got Justin Hill, I believe, won in the World of the 2017 SX West Championship, or 250 SX West Championship. And he leads in his Kawasaki with 28 points at the KTM. Looking further down the field, and it's like it is Nicholas Acosta who's in last in 25th, just behind Bob Johansson, even though they're tied on points. So that is Supercross, Monster Energy, AMA Supercross, the official FIM Championship. We'll be heading to the Georgia Dome next, the home of the Atlanta Falcons from the NFL, but also some crazy Supercross action next time out. Start watching and I'll see you then.